Okay, so I'm gonna show you an effect using a dollar bill. Okay, I know you have one. Thank you. So can you please fold it lengthwise in half? Great. Do you have a different denomination? Joe do the same. Fold it lengthwise. Okay, and then fold it in 4, just like so. Alright. Watch this. I'm gonna place it right inside in the center. You can see right there. It doesn't matter how hard I pull it because it doesn't come off. Okay. Watch. Place your hand like that. Okay, right there. That's great. Watch. I'm just gonna rub it a little bit. And see how the bill is coming right out. You can open it up and make sure everything is completely examined. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, so in this video I will show you two different techniques to accomplish the same performance. There are pros and cons using each and every one of the techniques, but using the technique that I use in the performance is using a duplicate. Okay, I'll show you the second technique right after, but let me show you the technique that I use in the performance. This duplicate, you need to have it ahead of time. Okay, I fold it in half and then fold it in half once again. Right now I have 4 sections, then fold it in half, going towards me, and the other one is towards the audience, going outside. So you create this little M shape, the letter M, okay? You create that shape, and then I go into finger palming. I have the spectator for any dollar bill, so they can fold it in half lengthwise. And it's really important that they do it, because if you do it, you're going to end up flashing. It's really angle sensitive, and you can expose or relax these fingers, allowing windows. So you don't want to flash this bill, the duplicate. I'm using this half circle as a reference. And when you ask for a second denomination, I'm putting the dollar bill right inside, okay, of the duplicate. It doesn't match towards the front, but it does match towards the back, which later I will show this side. I'm not much concerned over here, because when I fold this dollar bill in 4 sections, this folding is going to cover the duplicate. Okay, when you fold it towards the front, you can show it, and when you stretch it, you need to hide it back, and then fold it in 4 sections so you cover the duplicate. Then over here, you need to perform this effect straight up from the front, not in angle. I'll tell you why later. When you hold it like that, don't keep it straight, because it's too easy for the audience to see this corner of the duplicate or this corner. But at least this side of the corner, I'm holding it and hiding it with a thumb. This other one is still exposed, so it's better you tilt just a little bit and show more towards this side over here, but not too much, because they can see the thickness right over here. So you close the fingers, all the fingers, and tilt just a little bit. So the audience, in that meantime, they can fold it in 4 sections once again. It is imperative that you keep it perfectly aligned, the duplicate and the dollar bill. Then you have to do the gesture as if you are struggling. Release the pressure between the thumb and the index finger so it goes all the way through. Okay? Fold it again. And then when you flip it over, for the audience to see, you need to hide all this thickness. With one of the fingers over here, flip it over. Be careful that this real dollar bill, well, they both real. I'm just trying to keep these 2 bills straight because this one may end up going towards the back, may fall back. So use the index finger over here to conceal the extra thickness from the front, and the thumb over here to hold them. The advantages using this technique is you have more freedom to show, not too much. You can move it side to side a little bit. But again, keep it straight so the audience can see. Same angles as you're watching right now. Don't keep it an angle. Okay, so the index finger is going to conceal the duplicate and the second dollar bill and the duplicate over here, the seam. The thumb, this thumb, must push the dollar bill in position, back in position, because if you don't use the thumb back here, this may end up going down, and by doing this gesture, you don't want to see this alignment. So push the thumb right here, or you can use the hand of the spectator to say support, but you need to use support in the back. So you push it as it is melting through. As soon as you drop it, flip it over and you can show the bill. In the process of extending the dollar bill, you keep the duplicate. If you are standing up, just hide it on your hand and put it in your pocket or whatever you want to do. That's one of the disadvantages using this technique. Or if you are sitting, you can drop it behind the table. Same as I just did it in a performance. If you watch, at this point, give the dollar bill back for examination. Now, the second technique to accomplish this same performance without using duplicates is by folding the dollar bill in half and then fold it in half once again in 4 sections. I'm using this half circle as a reference to fold it right here at the end of the circle toward the front and then 2/3 toward the back, creating a C shape, Z, like that. And because the front piece is shorter than the one in the back, I'm sliding it to keep them even. Okay, but it's easy to see the huge difference over here. So you can slide it even further, a bit more. Doesn't matter if the piece in the back is shorter, and you still not the same length, but that's much better. It's closer, okay, so it doesn't look too suspicious. The back piece is about 1 centimeter shorter than the front piece, but it doesn't matter because you're going to show the front in a minute. Again, the index and thumb covering over here, and don't try to show it straight. Try to show it a little bit in angle, so they don't see this corner over here, or the folding. Just tilt it this way a little bit, so they see more towards this side. Just pretend you're struggling, and then put it all the way in. And there you have it. Now, the disadvantage is that you don't have the freedom to move it from side to side, and it doesn't look maybe as clean as the previous version, but you can pull it at least a couple times, same as the first technique I just showed you, and proceed to the penetration or melting. You have to be careful over here not to drop it, because the folding is not as deep. You will end up with a lot of limitations. Okay, you don't have a lot of freedom. So right there, with the index and thumb in the back or your hand are concealing the seam or the folding over here. You keep pushing, flip it over and stretch it in that process, and keep on folding until you finish. And to get rid of the evidence, fold it backwards. It's better if you don't use brand new dollar bills, because otherwise it's easier to see the evidence, okay, or the foldings you did. And that's it. You can just give them back to the spectator, and I hope you have enjoyed this performance.